RJ here, hanging out at the Young Hollywood studio with one of the biggest DJs of all time, the one and only Paul Oakenfold.
Hello.
Now I say biggest DJs of all time because that's what the Guinness Book of World Records says.
Yeah, it's strange because I got the call and I thought it was my friend mucking around, so I nearly ended up putting the phone down on him.
It's kind of crazy. Guinness Book of World Records, one of the biggest DJs in the world. So speaking of the world, you've been to some incredible places. I want to talk about some of them. China. Let's kick off with that. The Great Wall of China. And what was that experience like?
It was an amazing experience. Very lucky to play on the Great Wall of China. It was a process where you had to get permission from the government. So it took a year long to get everything organised. They don't really allow parties and people to go raving on the wall all night long till the sun comes up. So it was very controlled in terms of how many people could come, how loud the sound was. For me, it was a wonderful experience.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Now, do you change your play set when you're doing something like that as opposed to what you would do, you know, when you were at the Hollywood Bowl?
You tend to, in some respects, yeah. I mean, from a show like the Hollywood Bowl or when I was touring with Madonna, would be more commercial. A show where you're playing to 1,000 hardcore clubbers from around the world, then you can really dig deep and really experiment with new music because you know they're going to go with you on the journey.
Is there anywhere in the world you've never played that's sort of on your wish list of where you have to go play at some point? You've been pretty much everywhere, but is there one place?
I like to play in Tibet. I find it really interesting in terms of DJing, really pushing the envelope. So I really like to play outside of where you would think a DJ should play.
Let's talk about the world of DJ. Like, it's growing and growing, and DJs are bona fide real celebrities now. Everyone's getting into it, it seems.
Yeah, it's been very popular in Europe for a long time. I mean, a lot of DJs produce their own music, they write their own music, they do remixes. So, in respect of an artist making music, they do that. And then in terms of performing, a lot of them play their own music now, and it's becoming more popular in the US, I think, because people are understanding that it's not just someone up there playing a couple of tunes from other people.
Now let's talk about Paul Oakenfold, the producer. We've talked about the DJ. You know, you're in the studio doing some new stuff.
I've kind of been focusing on songs and good singers, great singers actually. I've been very fortunate. One, I just play to America's strength, which is great singers and great songwriters. And as a kid growing up in London, that's what we listened to on the radio, was always good songs. So I thought, well, I'll do, you know, what I do in terms of music, melodic, edgy music with great singers and songwriters.
Got to talk about Madonna, just the whole experience, opening for not once but twice. Like, that's Madonna.
Yeah, I mean, Madonna first and foremost is an incredible artist. I was asked if I'd like to support Madonna on tour and produce like the last couple of singles. And
a Celebration, right? That was the most recent one?
It's great because what it does by producing other artists, you get a chance to play those tracks out, whether it's yours or someone else's, regular to a big crowd. You really can see what works and what doesn't.
Now, last thing I want to talk about, the technology. It's changed the game. You've been doing it a long time. When you started, you didn't have all these tools. Are you still being old school, or are you actually, you know, changing your style to go with all the new things out there?
I think first and foremost it's important to embrace new technology. I certainly felt that it was important to move away from vinyl. Generally there's two forms of DJing. You're either on a computer or you're playing CDs. I choose the route of the CD purely because I don't want to lose the art of DJing. I think sometimes if you're looking at a DJ and he's concentrating on his laptop too much, he loses the rapport between the crowd, and that's really, really important. So I like the whole movement of pulling CDs out, playing them, being as live as you can rather than programming it all on a computer and just running it. So for me, that's where it's at.
Makes sense. Well, there you go. Paul Oakenfold, the world's biggest DJ.